Well, at the risk of being labeled computer arrogant, I decided to make this little video on YouTube. I'm just looking at myself, in this screen, and I see this double chin here. It's just the angle, believe me. I really don't have that. You see, if I put the computer up here, see that? See that? It's disappeared. Now it's disappeared. Anyway, well, hello everyone, and I was writing Colleen an email, and so I thought that well, there's a story behind it. I have this new computer that my dad gave me, and it was just the perfect setup. It's sitting in front of me here, and there's a light behind me, and now there's a story to do about that too. It wasn't really a computer he gave me. It was one he had lurking around. I don't know why, but all of a sudden I heard that he had one around, and he said, "Would you like an Acer laptop? I have at least one of them around." He said I have two of them, but at least one of them. Later, when he thought about it, turned out he only did have one. Unless he, again, isn't telling me the full story. Anyway, uh, so you're probably wondering to yourself, how do we know this is the real Dean? We haven't seen him in years. Well, I've thought of that too. Okay, so here we are, the ultimate proof, the Amazon Kindle. See that? Now, there's no more doubt, I know. And you're probably thinking, with how could he be this good looking still? I mean, he's been through the hospital and everything. Well, I can understand that, but I humbly submit to you that it really isn't true. You should have seen me before. So uh, there's always more to a story. What is that? Is that a tear? Oh no, that's. You see, that's another thing. I had a clean shirt on, and I hadn't brushed my teeth, and I hadn't shaved, so I had to do that. But other than that, I had a clean shirt on. I had a new computer sitting in my lap, or in front of me, presently sitting on my lap. I have a light behind me, so all conditions were right for sending this little video. And well, as I was saying in the email, today has been a difficult day. It's just after 1 o'clock here now, and I feel very sick still. I feel like I could be catching a cold, but I felt that many times. I don't know if you can tell I'm stuffed up, but I feel that way a lot. It's not just now. I'm just feeling it more now. As I said, I think to Colleen, that I wake up and I have a soreness in my throat. Lately, it's been going to the ear, and I wake up every day with a hangover now, a headache and a neck ache. I've never had headaches, and I've always been very grateful about that, and pitied or empathized with people that, sympathy, empathy. Well, anyway, felt badly for people that have had headaches, and it's a curse. I would never, want, glad, feel grateful that I don't have that. But anyway, yeah. So a bit under the weather. I did go to the Big Carrot today and did my usual. Got an oatmeal cookie and one of their healthy muffins there, and just was an excuse actually to sit in front of the SAD lights, the LED lights that they have for winter. There's cheapest one there was $200, and or the only one there, but they I think they started around that price. And the girl finally came up to me and told me after about 5 minutes. She said I wouldn't spend much time sitting in front of that because it's not the right time of day. It can keep you awake at night and whatever. And when I talked to her and found out that she had one, and that they just go up in price from there. But definitely, not a bad idea. I have my naturopath has one of these Dr. Mercola. Um, it's the height of a person. It's a fluorescent light bulbs. I think there's four of them, two panels and four. or something like that. Anyway, they make better ones now, but he has one of the older models, and oh, that thing must be worth, I don't know, 1,000 or something. It's definitely expensive. He takes his vitamin D seriously, this guy. So there must be something to it. Oh, you're gonna have to forgive me. There's one thing. There's one thing that I forgot to do, and I'm gonna do it right now. I wanted to read you this part of this book. Lo and behold, I've started the video, and I haven't even gotten things ready. But if you just bear with me, I'll just crawl over there and bring this book over. I don't know why. I just glanced over there and I remembered. Hold on. Ah, this is really easier than it looks. Yeah, right. Oh, yes, I walk, folks. I walk. Here's another good one I'll grab. I don't know why, but can you hear me? Maybe not. Coming back now. I know, Colleen. I know you've got a mind on you, and you're interested in books. I think one of the last times I saw you, if not the last, you're reading a book called The Brain, of all things. That could be an indicator of an intellect, wouldn't you say so? Well, anyway, I'll just get right into it now. I don't know what I'm doing here anyway, so this is called The Thinking Person's Guide to Perfect Health. Yeah, I got this at Dr. Huey's clinic, the alternative doctor I was seeing there for a while, a few months ago. And Keith, this is a friend of his, and he was given the right to copy this book out for his patients. Now, when I saw this book, I thought, oh, this is going to be $100 or $150. I just had that feeling that it was a really good book, and a really good book, and in a really nice, what do you call that when it's done that way? All serious books, or some serious books tend to be. But anyway, so I thought 100, $150. It was only $20, and because he's probably not making any profit off of it. He doesn't have to go through all the publisher and everything and all that. Yeah. I read this to Tim, actually. It went in one ear and right out the other. It's almost as if he didn't even hear it. And I had to reread it to him. But, sorry I didn't have this prepared. But this is really something that you won't hear, You listen to Dr. John Colbert and people like that, on shows like Benny Hinn, John Hagee, and Oral Roberts, and he's been on all these shows because he's schmoozed his way in with all these people. But you will hear things about, anger and stuff, but you'll never hear the complete story. Yes, anger raises your blood pressure and creates cortisol. Is cortisol a hormone? It's a stress hormone, and that makes you fat, and it's toxic, and all that is true. But well, anyway, let's read you the other side of the coin here. This is the section on emotions, and it's really very short. It's just hit me right in the face, and it was a major reason why I bought the book. That and other parts of the book too, but it hit me right in the face. And I don't really need to read more than about 5 lines here. This chapter is designed to allow you to become more familiar with and clear about your emotions. Nothing could be more important for your health than the unimpeded expression of emotion. Like I said, hits you right in the face. Unfortunately, this is not something our culture promotes. The result is that unexpressed emotions express their energy in the living systems of the body, frequently disrupting those systems. Okay, so I'll continue reading a bit. Every doctor is familiar with the cancer personality. Just that person down in room 204 of General Hospital with a new diagnosis of some sort of cancer. The nicest person in the world, say his friends and relatives. This should not have happened to him. It has only been recognized that most arthritis is caused by, at least in part, repressed emotions, and that the changes which happen with joints and discs are accelerated by, and perhaps initiated by, repressed emotions. I'm not sure where to stop here. The mind acts on the body in whatever way is necessary to divert your attention. Yeah, this is important. To divert your attention from the emotions it considers unacceptable. These emotions are repressive consciousness. The result is pain and dysfunction in any organ system of the body. Any repression of emotion presents a health hazard to the body. Yeah, and it just goes on from here, I think, to talk about the nature of emotions now. Read it further. But like I said, I'm reading it because I think it's something special. I think it's new. I knew this many years ago. I mean, I could say truthfully that I knew it 25 years ago, but I didn't look for it in print. I largely bought this because I finally found it in print, but I didn't look for it back then in print. But now I have it finally. And when it's in a book, you can sort of read it to other people and they'll respect it, whereas you just said it off the top of your head, well, it's just you saying it. But if you think about it, every thought or every kind of thought structure or science or any kind of reflective insight into anything comes from a human being anyway. And that's kind of the nature of the way we work. Now I hope I can quickly put my hands on this other part here. Oh, bingo! Right there. This is under one of my favorite sections called hydrogen peroxide. And I don't mean to pretend I've read this whole book. It's one of those things I've been meaning to do. This book is certainly worth the whole read. Okay. I thought of my parents, of course, when I read this part. Okay, I'll back up a bit here. Who will make use of hydrogen peroxide and who will write it off as a hoax and pay for far more expensive, less effective, perhaps even damaging therapies? I saw a bumper sticker on a car at my son's school a few days ago which read, "Do you think education is expensive? Try ignorance." People who will benefit from many of the therapies which are simple, effective, and yet downplayed by the medical establishment are those people who have taken the time to educate themselves. Those who refuse to educate themselves, never read, never try anything out of the mainstream of thought, and insist on thoughtlessly following the experts' advice, will pay through the nose for therapies which drain their resources and deliver half-baked results. It may be there is a segment of the population which is capable of nothing more. This I found interesting. He says, God bless those folks. Here is the doctor's advice. Think for yourself. Oh, anyway. So again, it's the Thinking Person's Guide to Perfect Health. Now, I see that my time has already gone by, and I can't believe that. It says 14 minutes here. YouTube gives you 15 minutes for a video, but I tell you what I'll do. I'll quit here. I've said my hellos, and now I'll say my goodbyes. This is only one video. It can be done anyway, and at the risk of yeah, I don't know, the risk of something, I'll quit. But anyway, the risk of making a further mistake. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching, and for what it's worth, it was nice to talk to you and Colleen last night, and to do this video here, even now, to be able to communicate this way. And hopefully this won't be the last time. So with 10 seconds to go here, I'm going to sign off. Good night.